They say the Great Pyramid is just a tomb, but there's no body, no hieroglyphs, nothing that screams, "This is where a pharaoh rests." For over 4,500 years, it stood like a giant riddle in stone, perfectly aligned to the cardinal points, built with impossible precision. So, who really built it? The answer may be far stranger than we've been told. When I stood before the Great Pyramid, I felt something logic couldn't explain, said French researcher Jean-Yves Verdhert. The desert heat seemed to vanish, replaced by an ancient, colossal silence. It was like the stones were speaking, or hiding something no one has ever cracked. The official story? Khufu built it as a tomb. But where's the body? Where are the hieroglyphs? That lack of evidence is exactly where the real mystery begins. History says it went up around 2500 BC, ordered by Khufu, with his architect Himiunu. Yet there's no blueprint, no clear inscriptions inside. The only link? A painted mark in a quarry, found in 2013. Basing authorship on that is like finding Peter on a brick and claiming he built Washington, D.C. If it was a tomb, why no treasures, no spells for the dead? Why this total silence from a culture obsessed with the afterlife? It's as if the pyramid belonged to another world entirely, maybe inherited from a lost civilization. The real mystery isn't just in the stones. It's in what's missing. No mummy, no decoration, no written record. Only a 6 million-ton masterpiece, perfectly aligned, still standing after millennia. Coincidence? Or the mark of a knowledge we've forgotten? That's the door we're about to open, because when we question the past, our future changes forever. No mummy, no treasure-stuffed sarcophagus, not even a scrap of wall art. Step inside the Great Pyramid and nothing. None of the fancy carvings you'd expect. Carvings even the smallest noble's tomb had in abundance. And the only thing tying it to Khufu? A single red quarry mark. That didn't even turn up until 2013. And that's it. That's the grand total of evidence. It's like finding one brick in Rome with a name scribbled on it, and then claiming that bricklayer built the whole city. Come on, that's a stretch if there ever was one. Yet, somehow that's the version written in the history books. It's a story standing on legs of clay, legs that start wobbling the moment you really look at them. And maybe, just maybe, the silence inside those walls is trying to tell us something we shouldn't have had. They tell us the ancients carved granite with copper tools, but stand in front of the king's chamber blocks and tell me that again with a straight face. These stones came from Aswan over 500 miles away, some weighing up to 80 tons. And they're cut so precisely you couldn't slip a credit card between them. Modern experiments tried replicating the cuts using copper chisels. Every single one failed. The copper bent. The granite barely scratched. One researcher shook his head and said, "It's like trying to cut steel with butter, using a plastic fork. And if you ever run your hand along one of those surfaces, it's smooth as glass." That's not the rough work of men bashing away with stone hammers. It's the signature of an advanced technique, one we can't reproduce today without diamond-tipped tools. Think about the logistics, moving 80-ton blocks from quarries hundreds of miles away, transporting them across desert, up ramps, if ramps even existed, and then lifting them to precise positions dozens of feet in the air. It's not just strength, it's engineering genius. So the question isn't could they have done it, it's how they did it. And that question opens the door to some very uncomfortable. The Great Pyramid isn't just big, it's perfectly aligned. Its sides match the 4 cardinal points with an error so tiny, a compass would blush. And here's the kicker. The 3 pyramids line up exactly with Orion's belt. That's not random, that's deliberate. Inside, narrow shafts point to specific stars, Sirius, Orion, as if marking a cosmic clock. The layout mirrors the heavens. And you see the same pattern in Teotihuacan in Mexico, Angkor Wat in Cambodia, different continents, different cultures, same sky map. Some say it's coincidence. But when you see that kind of precision pop up across the globe, you start thinking maybe these builders had serious astronomical knowledge. Knowledge they weren't supposed to have. unless it came from somewhere older. It's like the Earth itself was their blueprint, and the stars? Their calendar, their compass, maybe even their gods. The question is, who taught them to read it so well? And if the pyramids were built to echo the stars, maybe their purpose wasn't just to reach the heavens, but to connect with them. Deep inside the Great Pyramid, there are doors no one's ever opened. One of them, the Gantenbrink door, has tiny copper handles sealed for thousands of years. Behind it, another block. No one knows what's beyond. It's like the pyramid is guarding its last secret. Then in 2017, scientists used muon scans, basically cosmic X-rays, and found a massive empty space above the Grand Gallery. A void the size of a jetliner hidden in plain sight. But here's the twist. Egypt's authorities have banned any drilling or exploration. Why? What could possibly be inside? It's not just one mystery, it's layers of them. Sealed passages, unexplored voids, forbidden zones. It's almost as if someone, long ago, planned for these secrets to outlast every king, every empire. And yet, the pyramid still stands, daring us to look deeper. But every time we try, someone says, "No, stop, you can't go there," which only makes one wonder even more. If there's nothing to hide, why keep it hidden? Every clue seems to point in one unsettling direction. The pyramid is just too advanced for the time we're told it was built. The precision, the astronomy, the engineering, it's all off the charts. So, what if it wasn't built by the Egypt we know? Some researchers think it's a relic from a forgotten civilization, wiped out by a cataclysm thousands of years ago. A culture that left behind stone fingerprints all over the planet. Like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, 11,000 years old, with perfect alignments. Or Sacsayhuaman in Peru, where stones fit so tight, not even a razor can slip between. The pattern is global, and it's haunting. It's as if fragments of the same master builders appear across continents. But admitting that would mean rewriting history from scratch, and most historians would rather not open that door. Carl Sagan once said, "Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence." So when the pieces don't fit, maybe the picture we've been shown is the wrong one. And maybe, just maybe, the real story is far older and far stranger. The pyramid still stands, silent, unshaken, a stone giant staring back at us through the ages, as if guarding a truth we're not yet ready to hear. We've walked through its mysteries, we've questioned the history books, but maybe the real journey starts when we admit we don't know half as much as we think we do. So here's the question, are you going to keep swallowing the story you've been told? Or are you ready to dig deeper, to follow the trail where it really leads? If this episode lit a fire in you, trust me, the next one will blow your mind. We'll uncover the strange links between the pyramids and ancient electromagnetic energy, and why Nikola Tesla believed the Egyptians already knew the secrets of wireless power. Hit that bell, drop a comment, share this with someone who's not afraid to think, because what's coming next might just change everything you believe about the past.